My name is Asare Yamoah. I'm a publisher and president of the Ghana Publishers Association, and also the chairman of the Ghana International Book Fair, the fair that signed onto the InSPIRe Charter. I want to believe that we are all looking up to bringing some leverage to the publishing spectrum when it comes to the challenges and the pandemic that we all engulfed ourselves in. The InSPIRe Charter has one fundamental objective, and that's to offer resilience to publishers and to the book industry. I believe that this is the fundamental role that the InSPIRe Charter has come to play. And I think that we as a collective will overcome whatever challenges and institutional obstructions that may arrive. Therefore, I believe it's very relevant in our time, especially when we are all being restricted in the way. We have now finding new and innovative ways of coming together as a group, which formerly we did not have any restrictions up to. We run around the world for all the book fairs. We travel to negotiate marketing deals. Today, whatever we look at, there are some limitations. That is why we all look up to inspire ourselves and bring relevance to what the Charter seeks to do. So I believe that it is relevant in this current global publishing outlook, and we all are obliged to ensure that we scale up whatever we are doing in order to overcome some of the limitations that are evolving. I want to situate my conversation in that perspective of an African publisher, even though we all now in the global world, we interact together. But in terms of African publishing, you realize that there are a lot of opportunities that have arrived, especially in this current situation that we find ourselves. You realize that there have been an opportunity for us to be innovative, to think about what we can do in order to minimize cost and also improve on our financial outlook. Therefore, the e-technology that has arrived has offered us the incentive. Today, we are able to have the Zoom, the Google Meet and all that, which are giving us that closer integration that we all know that is in publishing. So we are taking advantage of all these electronic and e-platforms that are available. Formerly, we did not see the need or more or less the importance of having the e-marketing, especially platforms, and taking advantage of all those things. But in this period, it is very, very important and very, very useful for us as publishers. Therefore, all these things have been explored, and we are looking at making sure that it brings some incentive by way of improvement in our publishing, improvement in our marketing, improvement in cross-border licensing, territorial licensing, and all that. And that is why we believe that there is opportunities for publishing in this current era. I believe more than when we were used to the normal times. We are given the opportunity to scale up our work, to improve on our relationships, and of course, to limit the cost effect, which has always been a challenge for publishers by way of the printing costs, design, and all that. Formerly, you have to send a manuscript through the mail. Today, you can send electronically. You can talk to whoever you need to travel to London, to Africa, let's say Accra, to negotiate deals. Today, you sit by your phone, you sit by your machine, and you can negotiate deals perfectly as it was as if you are sitting with the person that you are dealing with. So it is we have a lot of opportunities, and I believe that more than before, there are a lot of opportunities. Some are coming up day by day, and all that we as publishers need to do is to observe them, study, and take advantage of the opportunities that are coming up. I think that, as already said, the fundamental objective of the InSPIRe Charter is to give us resilience, to offer us every opportunity to be resilient in times of challenges. The Charter has also given us the power of adaptability. We are able to adapt. And so far, with the introduction of the objectives, the 10-point objectives of the InSPIRe Charter, you will realize that we are beginning to look at adapting to situations rather than being that static as we know ourselves as publishers. We are too traditional. And I think that this is a time for us to look at adapting and encouraging ourselves to work together. It is important, especially in times of where now the global marketing challenges and outlook is such that you need to network. You need to work together. And licensing, distribution of books, cross-border is quite key. And we, as publishers, must look at rather having a seamless distribution arrangement. We should have a seamless territorial licensing arrangement. And these are the things that will bring the opportunities to the fore, and we are able to take advantage of them. So it is important that we continue to support the InSPIRe Charter, which I believe the 10-point objectives are stated and outlined, which we signed on to, are very key in changing the dynamics of the publishing industry. And if we are able to advert our minds to some of these, I believe that in the next 5 years, we will be able to say that changes really has occurred. Publishers are more richer, we are more adaptive, and we are more intelligent by way of looking at things from the perspective of success, not tradition.